Hi, my name is Yvonne and I'm the language coordinator at Canada International. Today we're going to be talking about speaking tips for Cambridge Part 1, specializing in B2 and C1. There are three pieces of advice that I can give you beforehand. The first one is to practice a lot. All the possible topics that you can think of, all the questions that you can download, okay? You have to rehearse, you have to practice. Second, you have to be relaxed. Okay, and the only way you're going to be relaxed for that part of the exam is that you have practiced a lot and have spoken a lot. And the third one is to answer the questions in complete sentence, not with one word, yes, no, maybe. Okay, so you have to prepare your questions, you have to prepare your answers. Okay, the first topics that we are going to be talking about for B1, B2, and C1 is family. For example, the first one, who are you most like in your family? Who are you more similar to? Okay, who are you most who are you different from? Also, who is a family member that you like the most? Okay, that could be another one. Friends, describe your friends. How you met your friends. Where do you go out with your friends? Okay, these are topics or questions that can go out with the friends topic. Okay. Uh, for example, tell me about your best friend. Well, my best friend is Betty. Betty and I have been friends forever. She's very funny and she's very creative. She's always telling jokes that she makes, and she's always making me laugh. Whenever I'm down, she tries to cheer me up with some story or something, and that's why we're friends. Okay, that's a good answer. Okay, how you met your friend? Well, I met Betty a long time ago back in high school. I remember it was the first day of school and we were sitting together in the science lab and we got talking and then we became friends. And that's the story, okay? It's true, it's not true, it's false. Who cares and who knows? I mean, it doesn't matter. Okay, the examiner wants to hear you talking, okay? Good English. Your hobbies, free time activities, and leisure activities. Okay, how you got started on those. For example, well, I remember when I got started on cooking because it was a summer when I was like 10 years old, and I went to visit my aunt in a cottage she has, and she taught me how to cook. The first thing that she taught me how to cook was chocolate chip cookies, and they were so delicious. And from that moment on, I just cooked and cooked and cooked. Okay, and that's another story. Is it true? No. But the examiner doesn't care. Okay, the examiner wants to hear you speaking. Also, tell me about your favorite film, your favorite book, your favorite TV program. Okay? It can be your favorite or your least favorite. Okay? And you have to prepare something about the characters. Okay? Of the favorite, for example, film, of the favorite book. I would highly recommend you, if you're going to be talking about a book, I think, from my point of view, it could be better if it was originally written in English. Okay. Your TV program about the like and dislikes. Okay. For example, it could be documentaries, talk shows, quiz shows, soap operas, the news, TV series, realities. I don't know. I mean, reality shows. Sorry. I don't know. I mean, just talk. Okay. Maybe you can say, okay, which is the TV program that you like the most? I don't know. It could be Big Brother. Why is it your favorite show? Because I like to see what other people do in the house. I mean, I think it's a pretty impressive experiment. Okay, but you have to have thought about that. Okay, holidays, the best holidays, the worst holidays, the most memorable holidays. And when talking about holidays, you can use things like sightseeing holidays, skiing holidays, I don't know, winter holidays, beach holidays, cruise, camping. I mean, all these things that you can use within holidays. Okay, it depends on the type of holiday you want to talk about. Okay, your city. if you live in Oviedo, you have to know how to describe Oviedo. Okay, tell me about your city. Well, Oviedo is the capital of Asturias, which is located in the middle of the province. Is if you compare it to Madrid, it's not such a big city, but if you compare it with the cities within Asturias, it's pretty big. Um, in regards to population, or speaking about population. Um, it rains a lot, and the people here are very friendly, very nice. The food is quite good. Basically, the most famous dish is fabada, which is white beans with Spanish sausage, and it's pretty good. It's pretty tasty. Your favorite city? If you don't travel that much, you can say that your favorite city is where you live. Okay, no big deal. Um, or which the ex-man can ask you, which is the city that you would like to visit? Which is the city that you would like to visit? You can say, well, I mean, maybe you can say, well, I probably would like to visit New York or Rome or Paris. Try to mention a city that you probably know about. Okay? Now, Cambridge Speaking Part 1. These questions were taken from the Cambridge website from the 2050 free download sample exam, okay? So the first question, where are you from? Okay? Well, you can say, here I'm from from Oviedo, the capital of Asturias, which is in the middle of the province. It's a very nice city. Okay, complete sentences, please. What do you do here or there? I mean, what do you do here in Oviedo? Well, I usually go out with my friends. I'm a student, or I work as an engineer here in this company. You can mention the name of the company. Or I'm studying high school, or whatever you're doing. How long have you been studying English? Okay, you can not don't say 2 years, 3 years. No, you have to say I have been studying English. I have been studying English for 10 years. I remember when I first started English, I thought that I would never would be able to be in an exam like this, and now I am. Okay, you have to tell, I mean, something. What do you enjoy most about studying English? Well, you can say, I don't think examiners expect speaking, grammar, writing. I think in this one, what do you enjoy most about studying English is, for example, could be the thing I like the most about studying English is the fact that you can interact with diverse cultures or different people around the world. Or maybe the thing I like the most about studying English is the possibility that it gives you to work abroad or to get a scholarship or grant in a foreign country. That's the thing that I like the most. Now, these are Cambridge B2 Speaking Part 1 questions, also taken from the Cambridge website from the first 2050 free download sample exam. Okay, now, first question. How do you spend your evenings? Okay, this means what do you do during the evening? Okay, and you can say, well, the thing I do during the evening is that uh, usually I watch this TV program at 7, or maybe you can say, I arrive home at around 6 o'clock in the evening or in the afternoon. And first I do my homework, then afterwards I have dinner, and then I watch a TV program or study for an exam or something like that. Okay, or you can say, well, I go to English classes during the evening. Okay. Do you prefer to spend time on your own or with other people? Okay. And you can is either one, but you also always have to answer why. Okay. I prefer to spend time on my own because it's a way I can expand my thoughts. For example, or I'm a social person, so therefore I prefer to spend time with other people. This is the one. Tell us about a film or a book you have really liked. Uh, this is the one that you have to prepare for the book, right? The one I was telling you. So you're gonna tell the plot of the book or of the film. Do you like cooking? Don't answer yes or no because this one can be very tricky. Do you like cooking? Maybe you can say no because I have always been a bad cook. I remember the first time I cooked something, and you're gonna tell a story there, okay? But don't answer yes or no. If you answer yes, it's easier. I know. Yeah, I love cooking. Actually, I have been to many courses or many classes of cooking. And last time I remember I would learn how to cook, I don't know, Chinese food, okay, which I really enjoy eating, okay. Tell us about a festival or celebration in your country. Here in Spain, you have lots of festivals or celebrations. You can talk about San Mateo or I don't know the Fallas or whatever. But the examiner wants detailed, okay, celebrations. Okay, how how did you spend your last birthday? Don't say I don't remember. These are things that you have to make up in that moment. I mean, you have to be creative in this exam. How do you spend your last birthday? You can say, well, I don't remember quite well, but I think it was with my friends. We went to a restaurant. It was a very nice time. I remember I blew the candles from the cake, and it was very nice actually. Do you ever listen to the radio? Don't say yes or no. I mean, or not only, but no. If the answer is no, no, because I think the radio is like I don't know, outdated. I prefer to listen to the news on the internet, for example. Okay. You have to say if the answer is no, do you ever listen to the radio? You can say no, but because I think it's as we said out of fashion or outdated. Uh, but I listen to the internet or I listen to something else. How much TV do you watch in a week? Don't say 2 hours. Say If you don't know, you can say I have never thought about that. But if you ask me how much TV I watch during the week, I would say not that much because maybe I don't know, maybe 1 hour per day or so, I guess. So you make this little. They want to hear you speak. Now the Cambridge C1 speaking part one. Okay, taken from the Cambridge website. Speaking. Um, the Advanced 2015 free download sample exam. Okay. Now, what free time activity do you most enjoy? Okay, this is your hobby. Again, hobby, leisure time, free time activity is the same. Okay, and they expect you to say, for example, cooking and why and how you got started on cooking. Okay, not only cooking. Okay, they want you talking. What sort of work would you like to do in the future? Okay, this they want you to use the future tenses. Okay. For example, I don't know. You could say, well, in 2 years' time or in 5 years' time, I would like to work in a big company and have a good job as an assistant or as an office manager. Okay. Do you think you spend too much time working or studying? Don't say no or yes. Simply say no because actually I spend over 8 hours working or studying, and for me that would be a lot because I don't have time to socialize. Or do you think you spend too much time working or studying? You can say maybe no, because I just spend 2 hours, so I guess that gives me more time to do the things I want. Okay, don't answer yes, no. Do you like using the internet to keep in touch with people? Another one that you when they ask, you tend to say yes and no, and that's it. Yes, why? No, why? Have you celebrated anything recently? Yes, and what you celebrated. If the answer is no, you can say, I haven't celebrated anything recently, but the last thing I celebrated was. Okay? You have to talk. This question can be very tricky. If you could travel to one country in the world, where would you go? This one can be very tricky because maybe you can say to Egypt and probably you don't know anything about Egypt. Okay? So I would highly recommend you to speak about a country you actually know things about so you can talk about that. Okay? Because really, the examiner doesn't really care if you want to go to Egypt or not. He just wants you to talk. I mean, these questions are primarily to talk. How important it is to spend time with your family. Okay, you can say, yeah, it's very important to spend time with your family because you create family ties or family bonds. Okay, or you can reunite with your family. You create respect and loyalty. Is you have to speak with lots of adjectives there. How, or sorry, who do you think has had the greatest influence on your life? Okay, you can talk about maybe your family, your dad, your mom, or a teacher, or I don't know, your grandfather, and why and how. Okay, who do you think has had the greatest influence on your life? You can say, well, the person who I think has had the greatest influence on my life has been my grandfather because he told me how to work during rough times, and to make an effort and to to have quality in whatever I do. Okay. So these are some tips that I can give you. Okay. So the first tip, as we said, is to practice a lot, to search questions on the internet, to practice, to be relaxed. And the third one, which is very important, you always have to answer incomplete sentences. Okay, that's a priority. Even if the question is, uh, do you like carrots? Say yes or no, and always why or how or I don't know. Okay, thank you.